Hello, hello. Today's video is going to be talking about how Minecraft spawners can easily be improved. I've made a video very similar to this in the past, but I feel I may have missed some very simple improvements Mojang could do to this thing. Because, holy, this thing could use improvements. So, you're just doing your normal caving thing and you come across a spawner. And one of the smallest changes that you probably didn't even notice from the last room is that there's moss on the walls. Ignore that. Uh, there is actually no moss on the walls in default Minecraft. All the moss is on the ground. I remember finding this type of spawner back in the day when I was playing on Pocket Edition, and I mined up every last bit of the moss because that was the only place I could get it until they introduced the crafting recipe with vines. But a small change like this could just make the thing be more, I, I don't know. You can put it into words, but I would probably say unique. Another thing that Minecraft could easily do to make it change is interior decay. I know this is like probably a bit overkill as far as decay goes, but it feels right. I will say though, something I didn't notice when I was before I was doing this structure revamp thing is dungeons by default will make holes based around their cave. So if a cave enters them, they will, well, create a hole, or a more specific hole and a more defined hole. But I think something small like this could dramatically increase how much detail you can get out of a single structure and how much depth you can get. When I saw them add the trial spawner, I got extremely excited because I saw it and I was like, oh, this addresses every single problem I had in my first video. But sadly, it does, but it's dungeon exclusive. I know most people's complaint with my original video is that I was going with a more make the dungeon room one shot, where you get it and then the only use this spawner has is, oh, I'll break it and then get the XP. I will admit that that is probably not how you want to do this, but how I would recommend doing it is just making it so once you destroy the spawner, and by destroy, I mean defeat in this case, once you kill all the mobs in grueling, sweating combat, then just make it act like a normal spawner. I feel like this wouldn't be too hard to implement because you just have it change block states to the old spawner. I got really giddy when I saw this and actually got to use it in hand in game, but now it just feels kind of disappointing. I thought of another way that Minecraft's dungeons could be improved, and that way was through trapped chest. Trapped chests are barely used in the default game, and I think they should be used more often. Say we go with our original decisions with increasing this added detail on the side, just put TNT under it. Or here for that matter. I didn't put a red block there as an example, but even here, or, well, originally the chest was here, but decisions got changed. Or even here, the small chance of me opening this and then it exploding leads to just way more intrigue and danger when even interacting with these structures. If you don't want these things to even drop loot, these trial spawners, which I would encourage you to do to remove chests altogether, you could just make it so these do this. Give a risk even after the fight is over. Even in normal Minecraft, back before the trial spawner was even added, and my main complaint was, oh, I do this and I win. I even suggested this, because it was so small of a change that I feel should have been implemented. I even went, it's even in the game, technically, vis-a-vis the desert temples. Oh, we're going a bit deeper here. So just to encompass this, I think we should look closely and realize that if you go down to deep slate level, you're gonna still get this eye-jarring mossy cobblestone mess. Like, it's absolutely jarring against the deep slate. It kind of hurts my eyes, if I'm being honest. Make it something nice, like cobbled deep slate, or even add a block like mossy cobbled deep slate. In this case, I used tough, and I was originally going to use some good old cracked deep slate, but I realized that kind of clashes with Minecraft's whole stick. Seems I forgot to finish this room. For my final little thing, add biome diversity. Minecraft has a slew of biomes in the base game. You have ice biomes, desert biomes, taigas. You even have lush caves now. Add a biome variety for these spawners. Make it so they are more unique individually than they are as a whole, if that makes any form of sense. Make it so stuff like husks, which I originally had in pods, but it seems they disappeared, will spawn here. Make it so strays that don't drop their stinking OP arrows, which don't... Mojang, this is my complaint with the bog. Don't let it drop stinking poison arrows. That is a terrible idea. Well, good, bad idea, but I'm not going to go into that. But as I was going back to biodiversity, just adding some ice in these walls, even with these trap chests showing like TNT under there, would be a huge amount of depth added. Make it so when it's very close to the surface, you get rooted dirt, even some coarse dirt. Or make it when you're in a desert, you get desert stone, and add mossy variants of other blocks. Or dusty variants of other blocks. Or make it so glow lichen works as dust, or something similar. Small changes like this, I feel, would be just gigantic for Minecraft. We don't have much biome independence when it comes to structures, with exception to the, what's it called? Village. You could even add mossy carpets down to make it more inviting in the sense of lush caves, or, I don't know, to make it look old, to add the new block you've added. Small changes like this, I feel, would massively improve all of Minecraft's dungeons, and I don't see why they haven't been added. I understand that some people would probably look at these changes and be like, yeah, but then go back to my trial chamber spawners and go, no. But even these changes wouldn't be that much, especially these little details here. And even the TNT that I have seemed to remove on this one, the TNT would be a huge change, even if it's very stupid like this. Ah! And see, inadvertently, this has just shown you my main problem with the spawners. Is I place one torch, and I win. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe. I might try to add some form of data pack or some type of mod to help change these interiors for these very simple structures. I don't know if I will, but I hope you see that Minecraft is slightly lazier than it really should be. If you want my resource pack, too bad. You can't have it. I made it. It's called the Pocket Edition pack. I might upload it somewhere at some point. But yeah, hope you all have a good day. And thank you for wasting your time with me.